Hey girl, I hear you want a podcast to listen to. Well, looking for you, I have one. It's called The Beard, the Brain, and the Brawn. Was that sexy enough?
I hate you so much.
I mean, I'm turned on right now. I don't know about you. Hello, and welcome to podcast number 4 of The Beard, the Brain, and the Brawn. I am Stuart Purcell. It is Friday. I had to think of the day. I forgot the day. That is not a good sign. It is Friday, October 3rd, 2014. And I believe Yom Kippur started, so shalom to anyone of the Jewish faith who is listening to our wonderful podcast. Clearly, I'm running out of things to say, so this is when y'all can take over.
I'm Zach, the Brain Mayor.
I'm Andrew M. Bauman, the Beard / living legend.
I wasn't really sure what I was supposed to do because normally Stu intros us.
Yeah, I got nervous and sweaty.
So I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to say.
You guys are adults. You can intro your damn selves.
Cold as ice.
All right. So let's just move into the hot topics today. We got some Batman news of the week. The U.S. Postal Service debuts the Batman stamp. It's been a while since they've done this. So yeah, you guys excited? You guys going to go run out and buy your stamps and Batman?
I do all my stuff digitally, so I don't really use stamps too much anymore. But that's kind of neat.
Have they done a Superman one?
Oh,
sure.
I'm sure they've done it.
Okay. I was just curious. Random trivia. Did you know the number 2 most recognized symbol on Earth, number 1 is the Christian cross. Number 2 worldwide, the most recognized symbol is the Superman S.
That's pretty wild.
I actually did know that because back in high school I did a thesis on superheroes and how they are our modern mythology. So
Of course you did.
I actually did know that.
Damn smart people.
And I got to agree with that. It's a good thesis.
Now, according to DC Entertainment co-publisher Jim Lee, Batman is the most popular superhero of all time. And in honor of him, and in his honor to have the U.S. Postal Service feature the Cape Crusader on this new set of stamps in celebration of his 75th anniversary.
Maybe if they wouldn't made Superman such a punk, he'd be more popular.
Yeah, I mean, I think I do like Batman a lot more. I don't know. You guys don't read the Injustice comics. I know, Andy, you've played the Injustice game, and they made him Superman dark.
I like Dark Superman.
He's pretty cool. I mean, I think he is cooler as a bad guy than a good guy.
Yeah. There's nothing more lame than being able to do anything and then saying no and letting bad guys win.
I can't count how many actors have said that they prefer playing villains because they're just much more interesting.
I could go with that.
I mean, maybe anti-hero if you got to go good guy, but I mean, if you're like, the pure Boy Scout, it's not interesting. There's nothing. Why are you doing this? Because it's the right thing to do. So that's cool. But if you're doing something evil, I mean, no one does something that in their mind is wrong. They're going to do something that they believe is right. So if their version of right is warped into something evil, that makes them more interesting.
Yeah.
So sorry. Proceed.
I mean, especially with Loki, I think that's kind of been the standard since Loki and even Heath Ledger when he was the Joker. We've come to the standard that villains are probably more interesting than the superheroes. But I think the superheroes do give us something that we can identify with. I don't think most people identify with the villains. I think they just think they're crazy BAs who are
more entertaining.
But the superheroes, the Batman and everything like everybody else like that, they're the ones that people can more relate to.
Mm-hmm.
So, other news of Batman sort, Ben Affleck recently went up to I don't know someone in the Batman vs Superman movie and was like, "Hey, so I think I want to buy this suit after the movie's done. How much would this cost me?" They told him $100,000. You know what he said?
No thanks.
No, thank you.
Which is funny because between he and his wife, they could certainly afford it. But that is kind of crazy.
I mean, it's just for a suit. I'm sure this will go into Warner Brothers Hall of Fame and be in a museum item, but just, man, $100,000.
I'm just saying, from what I've gathered of Affleck's suit, it's a lot more fabric than Christian Bale's was. So I got to wonder how much that one was if this one's $100,000.
Right.
I mean, it's just, that had to have been.
I mean, we haven't even seen a trailer yet. I mean, we just seen, bits and pieces of images. So I'll definitely save my judgment on how much I think this suit would cost. Definitely probably not $100,000, but it would be interesting. definitely gonna be interesting to see. Also this week, the Taken 3 trailer came out. I've been a fan of Taken and Taken 2, my boy Liam Neeson. Yeah, and so I'm really excited about Taken 3. It definitely looks like it has a different, same idea, but no one's getting kidnapped this time.
Whole new paradigm. Good trailer. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet.
Your money's getting kidnapped if you see this movie.
That's not true.
It's totally true.
Just like
How
any
many
other
things can be
franchise.
taken? That man is like a walking lost and found.
Well, this one is not about him getting taken so much as something getting taken from him and then him getting blamed for it.
You're getting taken on a ride.
I mean,
LOL.
in essence, first movie. If you haven't seen Taken, you need to see it. I'm gonna spoil a little bit. First movie, Taken, his daughter got taken. Taken 2, if you haven't seen it, again, spoiler, his wife got taken. This third one from the trailer itself. So
He gets taken.
Pretty much. That's
And
what
has
I'm
to
saying.
find himself.
Well, I'm saying his life kind of gets taken away from him.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a good balance. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last and final one. I guess we'll never know until the
See, you
box
say that.
numbers.
But then, like, his dog will get taken.
Okay, I think you're just going into the realm of ignorance and the realm of...
Why did... That Taken 1 was a great movie. It did not need 2 sequels. I'm sorry.
I probably agree with you, but I don't think the second movie was terrible. It was short, but I don't think it was terrible. And I think the third one's going to be good, too. I think they're going to be good movies. There have definitely been worse trilogies.
Twilight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
Twilight
it's good.
was
Whatever.
Was a-
Ology. Like 12 of them. 42 too many.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're
Though-
making sequels to that somehow.
Yeah, they're doing like spin-offs of each character. Which
You
I
know
did
why?
read.
I blame 13 to 17-year-old girls for all of this. This is their fault. They have... Actually, I blame them, and I blame irresponsible parents who don't know what good entertainment is and will pay for their kids to see stupid crap like that. I have spoken.
Tell us how you feel about it.
Mic drop.
Bars.
Okay, sorry for our audio listeners who just got a beat of the mic from Stu. Remember, he is the brawn, so any force he does adds an extra. We'll say we're gonna say 10 pounds. It might be more. It might be less.
All right, guys. For the main topic, we're going to talk about the new Justice League movie, Aquaman. It's kind of a BA. It was teased at the end of the last DC animated film. I believe it was Doom.
War.
Yeah, you're right. It was War. The button scene at the end where the Atlanteans come out of the ocean. So I was pretty pumped about it because Aquaman, they make fun of him a lot on Entourage and a lot of other stuff. He's actually a pretty compelling hero of sorts and fairly powerful. A lot of people sleep on him. He's way cooler than Squirrel Girl. I'm putting that on the table right now.
Now this is all coming.
What about Captain Citrus?
Catcher and Citrus. Didn't like him last week. Don't like him this time. Freaking orange.
Well, no, this is all based off of DC's new 52 campaign they've kind of been doing for the last few years, where they redid all the superheroes. They've redone all the superheroes, and this is coming off the arc of Thrones of Atlantis. But to me, from reading the plot and after seeing the trailer, they're kind of taking his story and kind of twisting it. I think To me, I always thought that Aquaman was an Atlantean, 100%. In this, they're making him half human.
Lame.
So it's what it is. I'm not a fan of Aquaman. I personally probably think he's the lamest of all of them, all of the superheroes. Just because, he swam underwater and talked to fish.
Your favorite shoots a bow and arrow.
What a cool power.
Aquaman would demolish Green Arrow.
Hey,
Your favorite characters.
Demolished.
you just
No,
want you know what I want to say?
Oh,
Electric arrow.
Your favorite
Electric
characters.
arrow in the ocean.
Your favorite character's weapon was in vogue roughly 500 years ago. No, I'm sorry, longer. About 1,000 years ago. There's a reason it was replaced. It's called bullets.
You really think a bow and arrow has only been around for 1,000 years?
No, but it was like the most popular. Then this
I'm
thing called the
pretty
gun
sure
came
that it's
along.
been popular for longer than 1,000.
Whatever. The gun came along and made the bow and arrow obsolete.
I'm just saying, look at Aquaman's abilities. he would crush Arrow.
Well, now that they've given him super strength and he can fly, I don't know how someone who swims all day has the ability to learn to fly.
Atlantean magic.
I'm gonna invent a new superhero called the Blue Slingshot. Come at me.
Yeah, that's a really cool weapon, a slingshot.
The purple addle.
What are you gonna shoot?
Dangerous.
Pebbles?
Addles are no joke.
Hey, it'll be an electric pebble, or maybe a kryptonite pebble, or a pebble that can turn into a boxing glove. These are all things that your guy's done. It's stupid.
It's not stupid. It's actually kind of smart. And who doesn't like to shoot a bow and arrow?
True, and he's better than Hawkeye.
Who likes to shoot guns more? Everybody else.
No, I think you get more of an enjoyment shooting a bow. It takes more skill, I think. I mean, especially with aiming. I mean, maybe not to shoot the bow.
Bomb it as someone who's fired an M2 50 caliber machine gun. Which one do you get more enjoyment out of? A 50 cal or a bow and arrow?
That was raining death. I mean, that's like saying, which do you like better, playing baseball or blowing stuff up?
Exactly.
The answer is always going to be blowing stuff up.
Exactly.
But I also like baseball. The M2 was bananas. Man, it was a lot of fun. If you get the chance to do it.
If you ever find yourself in possession of military-grade hardware,
shoot it.
By all means.
Safety first, though.
Proceed.
This was at an Army base. It was all above board. I wasn't some vigilante on the streets, Punisher style.
Or was he?
I'm not against it, but sadly that wasn't the case. But definitely go do it. But bows and arrows are cool, too. I'm just saying, Green Arrow, whilst better than Hawkeye, is just like Hawkeye, the lamest member of his crew.
Now, another thing to kind of bring up with this, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on and just ignore everything they talk about.
Do you like Stephen Amell though? He's a good dude.
Yeah, which he's gonna be in the Batman Lego 3 video game as Green Arrow.
Really?
He's gonna be the voice. Yeah,
Didn't know that.
Thought that was gonna be pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But let's go on to something else. Same topic of this new Justice League movie. Apparently Nathan Fillion is coming back.
What?
Yeah, he was the Green Lantern in Justice League's Doom, and they are bringing him back for this.
I did not know this.
Which
he did a good job.
Someone must have not have watched the trailer that I attached to the show notes.
Someone was busy. I'm just saying, if Nathan Fillion's in it, I will give it a chance.
Watch War. He was in that too. He did a good job.
War was a very good movie.
Okay.
If we're not getting Jon Stewart Green Lantern, then I will be okay with Nathan Fillion doing the voice of the other one.
True.
Hal Jordan.
Although, let's be honest, I think until Jason Momoa plays Aquaman, there's never going to be someone who's going to be badass enough to redeem that character.
The guy had a hook for a hand or a spear thing. That was rad.
I'm just saying, it's Jason Momoa. Khal Drogo swimming.
Can we give him?
That's terrifying.
Can we give him a hook hand?
That'd be pretty rad.
Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
No.
Can we talk about?
Do not give him. He will kill everybody.
Yeah. He'll go straight Drogo of the waters.
Yeah.
No, I think we should give it to him.
I'm saying. Not stoked about Doctor Strange movie picking Ethan Hawke as Doctor Strange.
No. He wasn't.
They got rid of Joaquin Phoenix, and
but they signed him to play somebody else, like the bad guy. What's the bad guy's name?
I don't know.
Crap, I forget what it is.
No,
but yeah, Ethan Hawke's the bad guy.
Okay,
because he's Ethan Hawke.
I'm okay with that. Then.
And he's like an actor who shouldn't. He just doesn't seem like he should be.
I'm saying the dude from The Cell, Omar Fadid or whatever his name is. He's always doing a bunch of stuff.
Saying.
He would be perfect.
I heard a rumor that they were going to have Jared Leto play, and I mean that rumor's long since passed.
Yeah.
Which I was very hesitant about, but if you look into like how deep he gets into some of these characters,
he gives.
I think he could have knocked it out of the park. Same with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, no, they both are great character actors, great method actors. I like Omar Fadid or whatever. I'll never get his name right. I like him a lot. Or Pedro Pascal from Game of Thrones. Both of those guys would be.
You get the Red Viper.
Bananas.
Yeah,
bananas.
I'm sold. I'm in.
By the eye of Agamotto, we got to make this happen. That was the Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get that.
You can't all be awesome.
Last hot topic for today, just actually came across, is that Guardians of the Galaxy will feature an exclusive Avengers 2 preview on the Blu-ray.
I know what I'm buying.
That's kind of cool. I mean, as of right now, we have not seen any preview except for those who went to see San Diego Comic-Con, which was none of us.
Nope.
This year. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Unless they put a trailer out, no one will see anything about the Avengers 2 until it comes out. I believe December 9th is what it was.
But let's be honest. They could make Avengers 2 come out and show no trailers and do no marketing except for that Avengers 2 coming out such and such date, and it would still make bazillions of dollars.
But will it? It has to do well. I mean, we're getting to this point where we're getting so many superhero movies, not just Marvel hero movies.
Mm-hmm.
This one has to do well.
Yeah, but I heard an interesting a point. I think I talked about it with you, Bauman, was that the scheduling for, I believe it's not next year, maybe 2 years from now. They had to move. No, it was next year. I forget. They had to move Batman versus Superman, the release date, because the same date was going to be Captain America 3. Now, you might think, well, why wouldn't you want to do competition, Marvel versus DC? Excuse me, but think of it this way. Captain America 3 as a movie can fail, Marvel's still making boatloads of money. Mm-hmm. If Batman versus Superman doesn't completely knock it out of the park, because Marvel's had all this build-up, these individual movies, then Avengers, and more individual movies. Mm-hmm. They've got this, the train is rolling. DC's behind the 8 ball. They need something to get them up to speed now.
On their live-action movies.
On their live-action movies. If Batman vs. Superman doesn't absolutely kill it at the box office, I don't know if the whole Justice League movie is going to happen. So basically, Marvel and DC went eye to eye, and DC definitely blinked.
I think they blinked because of, yes, all these successful movies that Marvel's had. But at the same time, both companies know if there was a matchup, it doesn't matter who the matchup is. It can be one superhero versus another superhero. The worst of the worst, the best of the best, the worst of the best. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. People are going to go see 2 movies. They're going to be split on these 2 movies. That would probably bring the end to the superhero genre if you had 2 superhero movies come out the same weekend. Even the same month, you're going to have big issues. And I think that could curve the downfall for all superhero movies and superhero genre in the TV shows.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Marvel is willing to take that chance and basically dare DC to leave it. And
they
DC
have triple to quadruple the amount of movies that DC has.
So basically what I'm saying is DC sucks.
Well, and I hate to say this, in DC's defense, they're killing the animated shows, animated movies, that kind of thing.
Live action TV shows.
Yeah, live action TV shows.
I mean, they have
killing it.
4.
Gotham's good.
They have 4 right now,
Flash,
just as
Arrow.
main superhero shows.
Mm-hmm. If Marvel could get back in the animated movie game,
Joss Whedon called. He said he doesn't care.
But you got to have the whole package, man. You can't just have the one niche. You got to do massive global domination, Bow Tater style.
Yep, agreed.
And in all things, there's room for improvement. Like, where's my Age of Apocalypse movie? I want to know where it's at. You could make so much money with a trilogy of that. Where's my Cable and Deadpool? I'll wait patiently for 2015 or whatever.
How many times were Cable and Deadpool together, teamed up?
A bunch.
I think it's 2016 for
You're probably right for that. Yeah, 'cause
Deadpool.
it's like 2 years.
Yeah, that gives them time. It's Valentine's weekend.
Yeah. And Cable and Deadpool were the number 7 ranked team up. So let's get on it, Marvel.
Roughly 57 times, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they did have a couple year long comic book series. Cable and Deadpool, let's get on it.
All right, let's go on to the weekly digital fix for this week, where I talk about the latest tech news that comes across the desk. Ars Technica reports that Apple has released a patch to the shell shock bug for OS X, Mavericks, Mountain Lion, and Lion. If you are currently running the beta version of Yosemite, you'll have to wait until the full version comes out. Or there is, Apple did put out a support page where you can actually manually download the batch fix. iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus will be available in China starting Friday, October 17th. There was a delay because of agreements with China happened with the Xbox One, but it seems like China will be getting the 6 and 6 Plus. Microsoft has announced Windows 10, and no, you did not miss Windows 9. They decided not to go with it because 789. Hey, I got a laughter out of that. Yeah, this joke will be getting old fast.
That was
folks.
totally real, by the way. It was real. That was the most real, sincere laugh I've ever had in my life.
Right, Rockets, too.
Oh, sorry. Kept my mic off. You can download the technical preview as of Wednesday, October 1st. My recommendations is only to download this, really, if you're an IT expert who likes to mingle in beta test software, and put it on a different computer or a secondary computer that you don't really care about. There could be bugs. It could, it could hurt your computer in the long run. So there's that. This is not a full version of Windows. There's still going to be bugs. But if you're interested in learning more about Windows 10 or want to download the technical preview, you can visit preview.windows.com. There's a new smart watch coming and has emerged called the Basis Peak. It replaces the old Basis B1 fitness tracker. The Peak will function just like the B1 in counting your steps, measuring your heart rate, reading your sweat level, and tracking sleep. The Peak will have improved sensing technology in water resistant and is water resistant for those who like to swim. And also be able to know if you're walking, running, biking, or sleeping. The Basis Peak will cost you $199 and is compatible with both Android and iOS using Bluetooth LE.
Time out. Did you just say the watch can tell you if you're sleeping?
Yeah, it's good. It tracks your sleep.
Okay.
So it like knows when you're in standby position for a very long period of time.
Never mind. I thought the watch was supposed to like tell you you are now asleep.
Oh no, it tracks your sleep and can track your movement, so it knows if you're having a bad night's sleep, and how your body functions with it. Stu, you're a fitness guy. Is this something that you're interested in?
No.
You don't like smartwatches?
I know if I have a bad night's sleep. Why? Because I'm tired the next morning. I don't need a watch to tell me you had a bad. Well, thank you, robot. I'm aware of that. I now want to go back to sleep. I appreciate your input.
Okay,
Wowzers.
that's
just
coming
saying.
from the fitness guy. But if you are interested in something that keeps track of your footsteps, your running, and stuff like that, this could be definitely a thing to do, especially since it's only $199 and is compatible with both Android and iOS.
Plus, I don't run. Cardio's that's just losing your gains right there.
Gain loss.
I'm waiting for one that tracks that goes with the Windows Phone, one that does everything. Let's be cross-platform for all devices. GameSpot reports homepage themes are coming to the 3DS. This will include Zelda, Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Peach, and many, many more. Prices start at 99 cents. No official release dates for themes for the US, but is expected sometime in 2015. Next, according to Variety, Netflix has reached a deal to release its first original movie, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Green Legend. This is a sequel to 2000's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And what's especially unique about this deal is that it will stream on Netflix the same day it hits IMAX theaters, which is currently set for August 28th, 2015.
I think that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting.
They also signed a contract. Isn't Adam Sandler making 5 movies exclusively for Netflix?
Yeah, I thought 4, but yeah, a handful.
4 or 5.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting. They're not actually going to feature Adam Sandler movies. They're just what's his company?
Happy Madison.
Happy Madison. Yeah, I don't think they're actually featuring Adam Sandler. I think he's just the one producing, directing those movies.
Right on.
So more to come on that when we get further updates. Recode reports that eBay will be splitting its eBay e-commerce business from its PayPal payments business. This will create 2 independent publicly traded companies. My thoughts for this is the reason why PayPal and eBay are kind of splitting is so that PayPal can go up against, Apple Pay and stuff like that Apple just released. And lastly, the Next Web reports Mozilla and Matchstick plan to take on the Chromecast with the Matchstick dongle. This is a Kickstarter project and is planning on costing only $25. The point of the device would be to have an open Chromecast experience and not to have things run straight through Google Play. I use the Chromecast. Chromecast costs $35. I think right now you can get it on sale some places for $30. I use it pretty much every day to stream content from my iPad. I use Crunchyroll, Netflix, things like that. Also, when I do have to go outside of when I have to stream things from websites like YouTube videos or other videos that are on just websites, you can Chromecast those via your web browser, Chrome web browser. I think this is supposed to be so that you can go to any website and it's going to be more open source.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think this could be a good catch up.
It'll be curious to see if this can
Matchup.
bring back the Kickstarter, since Kickstarter's kind of not been as successful lately. And had a lot of issues.
Yeah. For a couple years, it was going pretty strong, and now it's kind of like no one's really doing many Kickstarter projects. So this is going to be kind of cool. All right, so that was it for the Weekly Digital Fix. Now it's time for the Week in Review, where we talk about this past week's TV shows that have been airing, what we like to watch. As far as new shows that premiered this week, because we're still in the premiere month, we have Once Upon a Time and Revenge. Is there any other shows that you guys are watching that premiered this week?
Not that I can recall.
Think that's about it. So Andy, I know me and you are kind of the people who watch TV shows the most. Thoughts about Once Upon a Time or Revenge, both ABC shows, by the way.
Revenge was pretty cool. They are going to turn the paradigm on its head this year without getting into too many details because I'm going to spoil it for y'all if you miss it. But I was pretty much over Revenge, and now I feel like they brought me back in.
Yeah, I think it was getting too much drama, too much cat fighting, and I think they kind of went away from their whole revenge thing. But I think they're definitely doing a good job for as far as Revenge. Once Upon a Time, I definitely think they're getting better at this. They're kind of getting their flow down. I know this is the Frozen theme, and everyone was kind of worried that this was going to be a dramatic fail.
Wait, hold on. But as we all know,
Frozen is lame.
But Frozen is in fact a stolen biography of that one lady that we talked about last week.
Oh yeah, that weirdo.
So I'm just saying, like,
Hey, that has not been taken to court and proven to be true.
I'll tell you what, if she brings in a damn talking, walking snowman named Olaf as her star witness, I will believe her and pay her any amount of money. I'm saying, nah.
Now, Olaf has not came into Once Upon a Time. I doubt that they're going to go that far. I think it would be kind of overly ridiculous if they do. But it was a good episode. It wasn't too much Frozen. They kind of kept it the same, Once Upon a Time. It's good. It's definitely good.
Would you say they need to let it go?
Well, I think maybe they're kind of pushing the Frozen envelope a little too far, but I know it's it's big and popular, and they're trying to boost ratings. And how are they going to boost ratings? By putting in something that is super popular. So they're trying to get a whole group of people trying to watch the show. So I understand where they're coming from. It's a good business plan, and they did a decent job at it.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
Yep. I'm not I can't talk. I'm not a big Frozen fan, but they did a pretty decent job of it. It'll be interesting to see how this season goes so far.
All right. This was also week 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Gotham.
Both dope.
Both were really good.
Agreed.
Gotham, for this week, I think maybe Gotham didn't take the cake as I normally would think it would against Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm not the biggest Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan. It has gotten better since Winter Soldier, tenfold.
Agreed.
I did not like the first half of the first season. I don't know. I guess I'm just waiting for something more. I mean, maybe it's because there's really no superheroes in it. Maybe that's why I'm not full-fledged, let's watch this show every week. I could DVR it and watch it the next morning, or I don't have to watch this one live.
I think I've actually done a pretty good job of watching this whole season live so far. It's pretty good. Like the new guys, like, what's his name, Fitz, and how he's working with his issue and how they're portraying that. I like the new guy.
That's actually what I don't like. I think I'm over Fitz.
Oh, they're going to fix
problems. And yeah, I agree, but this is the second episode that he's had these issues, and I'm already over it.
Yeah, I reckon it'll get fixed at the end of this next one, judging by the trailer, or in the next step after that. It'll be in the next couple, and they'll be back on track.
Short note to anyone who watches USA often. I did hear that in episode 6 of this season, the FBI agent from White Collar guy, I forget the actor's name, but he plays Peter Burke, is going to be, I believe, a senator in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There we go. So, cool. Tim, I think it's Decay or something like that is his name, the actor. But I just saw a screenshot of him in there, and I'm not sure how in-depth the character he's going to be. I just know that he's going to be in there. So that'll be something that people who watch a lot of TV will take note of.
Yeah. Cool.
As far as Gotham, this episode was called Selena Kyle. I actually think that it had Selena Kyle was in pretty much the entire episode, but I didn't really learn much about her.
I don't hate her anymore.
I mean, yeah, I don't hate...
Even her eyes?
Oh, it's distracting, but it's not as bad.
It was just the first episode, just kind of getting used to what she looked like.
Yeah, it's just like, whoa, that's definitely an alien. Now it's like, well, maybe she is. And then I'm sure next week I'll be like, she's probably not.
She's a cat alien. This is how it happens.
A K-alien.
They
cat alien hybrid.
They bring you in slowly with promises of kitties or whatever the hell. And then they blend in and they become actresses. And, yeah. That's it.
I think this talk just got way too.
She does a good job though. The actress that plays her does a good job, and actually she does a lot of stuff to support the troops. So I can't be mad at her.
The cat scratching eyeballs thing?
Yeah, she went out like a
what?
boss.
Yeah.
She ripped this dude's eyes out.
Messed up
She's
some
14.
guy's face.
She ripped his eyeballs clean out of his head.
What the hell do you people watch?
When she did that, and when she played
This
those
is like
cops,
some Game of Thrones stuff,
I was
man.
like, all right, Selena Kyle's not bad at all.
I really want to spoil some things. I'm not going to spoil it this week. We'll do a spoiler episode maybe next week when we talk about Arrow and The Flash, which premiere next week.
Woo.
Definitely got to watch that.
And the Flash premiere is good. Seen it.
Yep, me
It's
too.
good.
It's definitely good. So
How have you guys seen it? If it's
A gentleman never tells, Stu.
Yeah.
A gentleman never tells.
We got preview seats. So yeah.
preview seats.
Yep, we got seats
At the
for our
preview.
At the
Yep.
preview.
We got preview
That
seats.
was totally.
Don't worry about it.
So, you know,
This is some sketchy crap right
Don't worry
here.
about it. What's that over there?
we got a sneak.
What's that? I hear my mom calling. I gotta go, guys.
we got a sneak peek. But going last thing about Gotham is that they did cast Two-Face finally, and it's going to be Nicholas DeGasto. I think that's how you say his name. He is from Master of Sex. Ethan Haas. So never seen that show, so I don't really know him, but he's going to be Harvey Dent. Who didn't we cast? Clayface?
Answer.
Egghead.
Clayface. Harley Quinn. Hugo Strange hasn't shown up yet, but you know he will because of Arkham.
But are they going to... Do you think that
Bane.
they're going to be able to use Harley Quinn? That Arrow's using Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
Should be okay.
I don't see why not. I mean, they're doing the Arkham Asylum story. I mean, they said they're doing Arkham this season. So they're going to have Hugo Strange, who's well known in the comics for being one of the few people that figured out Bruce Wayne's identity. He's the head guy at the asylum, but he's also pretty nuts himself. He's the bald guy with glasses you'll see pictures of all the time in the comics. Hugo Strange. Harley Quinn was a psychiatrist or a worker there and then ends up going crazy and falling in love with the Joker. So, I mean, that's where she would come in. I don't see it being an issue, especially since they said they're not connecting them.
Now,
Gotham to the other shows.
The one thing I think we're going to do this on a weekly basis is do the spoiling of the Joker preview. Now, I missed it in this episode. Do you remember who was the Joker this week? Who was assumed that could be the Joker?
I don't know, because I'm trying to think back to it. There really wasn't anybody that could.
I mean, in the first episode was the comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I just cannot think. I was trying to think about it. Maybe I'll just have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Is there
We'll
someone
watch-
with an affinity for like face paint?
They haven't done that. What they're going to do is they're going to have someone each episode where you're like, oh, that guy could be the Joker in 5 years. And so every episode, that's what they said. Maybe they missed one or we missed it. Yeah,
But they're all gonna be wrong.
Yeah, next week
at the end, it's
we'll
this big reveal, and you're like, oh crap, it's person 22. I never saw that. But when you look back, you kind of, or maybe they'll never reveal who the Joker is. It'll just always keep you guessing. But that's like a big thing.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. So I think we'll keep you posted every week. That's the only thing we'll try. We'll spoiler terms for this show. We'll just say who we thought was the Joker, or who could be the Joker for that episode.
Harvey Dent,
It's Harvey Dent.
the scruffy policeman played by rapscallion Donald Logue.
To note, on the calendar today, Star Wars Rebels will be premiering on Disney. I don't know if it's the Disney Channel or Disney XD, one of those shows. XD.
Mm-hmm.
Will premiere on XD. And then Legend of Korra, Book 4 premiere starts today. You can catch that on Nickelodeon. Should probably be up by now.
Everything you could catch the second half of season 3 on, it'll be on that for season 4. So all your online options that you could use season 3 for to watch season 3, you can watch season 4 on.
Yep. So definitely check those out. Last season of Legend of Korra, and I'm hoping it's going to be as good as the rest of the seasons.
I used a phrase for the Fringe series finale that got a little bit of Twitter traction called bum-sided, where you're bummed and you're excited at the same time.
Yeah.
Feel free to use it. I am bum-sided about this season.
Hashtag. You forgot the hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag bum-sided, because it's going to be a great season. I'm really excited for it, but then you're like, man, no more TV for the foreseeable future. I believe they're continuing in comics or graphic novels, but no shows, which is too bad. I understand they've been doing it for 10 years, but still a bummer.
Yep, definitely bummer. Just want to point out, our show is completely 100% all on donations. We use it for our equipment. We've gotten a big donation about mics and sound equipment and things like that. So, that's what our podcast is. We don't take any of the money. We put it back into the podcast so that we can bring you guys the the best podcast we can possibly provide you guys. Our logo was done by one of our friends, Mary Algier. So I haven't been giving her a shout out these last 2 weeks, so give her that.
And thank you for that. Looks great.
Yep. If you want to donate your talents, we could use a cool intro jingle and maybe some jingles for our different segments.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Something like that.
No, that's me. That's
that
me
was you
beg
begging?
borrowing. Yeah, I will dress up as a British scampy little child on the streets and cut purses.
And actually, something you may be more interested in, Stu will pop his pecs for you.
I will totally pop my pecs. I will
pectorals
pour out my
podcast.
peck poppery for money and or talent donations to the podcast.
Yep.
And to do those donations, you can find us on our Patreon account. I believe it is patreon.com/beardbrainbrawn. And you can also donate directly on A Digital Fix. You'll see a donate button right underneath our little podcast section. As always, you can catch our podcasts every week. Usually we try to get them up between Friday and Monday. We do it Thursdays or Fridays to actually do the podcast, and then for us to do some little editing and tweaks like that and get it actually posted. Be sometime between
We don't
Friday.
need to edit. This is pure perfection.
Oh, it is. Yeah, we don't do really any editing, but I have to make it a compatible file for
This is auditory
YouTube
excellence
and
right here.
podcasting. So if you want to donate, please go to adigitalfix.com. You can catch our podcasts, download them. You can get them on YouTube. You can get subscribe to us on iTunes. Hopefully we'll get out to all the other podcast places soon. But yeah.
All right, gang, that's it for this week. Treat each other well and stay safe, people.